Hey, sorry about that. A certain cat has decided to join the banter and reset everything. How is everybody? All right, what's he doing? If you're on, say hey, so I know you're there. Sorry I'm late. Ari was sitting on the computer and reset everything, so I had to go in and sort that out. She's settled now, which is good. How's everyone's week? Hi, Bec. If you're watching, say hey. So I know you're there. Listening to rain and wind outside. Kellyanne. Hi, Francis. How's that duck? I know. I just posted a picture of her on the Facebook page. She jumped up and sat square on the laptop. I couldn't get her off. But Gould, how you going? Jacinta, how are you? How's everybody's week gone? Eating her baby peas. Oh, that's so cute. Hi, Hood. Feeling lazy. What did you do during the week, guys? Anything productive? I want to know what you did for yourself. I set you all a task last week to actually do something for yourself. So I want to know what it was. Back a bit up and down. Yeah, I think that's general for everybody at the moment, the way that COVID has the world sort of all over the place. You know, I have no doubt that most of you that come onto the banter are empaths and, you know, have an understanding. My leather apron was made by a dear friend of mine called Sue. I can send you the link if you like. But yeah, I just felt like I wanted to wear the apron today, the barber apron. Usually I've got a vest on, but you know, best of both worlds. I think that for some reason I've been guided to put it on, so here it is. But yeah, it's a beautiful apron. Custom made. It's got my name on it and everything, and I love it. I had it designed to fit with my cutthroat razors in. So yes, week was the low point of lockdown. I know I've been watching some of the posts, and it's just really daunting. You know, people posting, my grandmother's gone out, she hasn't come home, it's not like her, 2 kids that have suicided. It's just, you know, I think probably, you know, mental health, I think, is at its peak at the present time. Hi, Di. How are you? It isn't. Yeah, that's a tough one, Lise. Let me ponder on that one. Mandy, how are you? Who's on for the first time? Is anyone on for the first time? I know, it's just crazy. I went to Bunnings yesterday and we had to actually wait in a line outside Bunnings. Hi, Melody. Welcome to the banter for the first time. Where are you from? You've ordered some Japanese food as a surprise. Is that what you that's what you've done for the week, is it? What's everybody done for themselves this week? I want to know. We can't go to Bunnings in Melbourne. Yeah, you're from Trelgan. That's not too far. Hi, Lisa. How are you going? Yeah, at least we can go to Bunnings. You're right. But the line was ridiculous, and half the lines that was Ari jumping up on the bed, spilling coffee everywhere. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So sad, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. Anyway, do you know what, guys? We're not going to focus on the negative here, okay? Because I think we have enough of that every single day. And I just want us to discuss happy things. So share some good things that happened in the week. Let's not look at the negative. Let's look at the positive, okay? You know, let's look at the positive. This cat is mental today, so if she jumps in front of the screen, you're going to have to excuse me. It's like she hasn't been let out. She's got COVID hyper. She's trying to eat the bed. Trelvin is a long way when you can't visit your daughter. And yeah, true. The way that I look at it, though, it's like, imagine if we were back in the day when there was no internet and, this type of thing actually happened. It'd be really difficult. Like, I can't imagine not talking to my loved ones over Skype or over Zoom or just on Messenger. I just can't comprehend that. But, back in the day, in our grandparents' day, even our parents' day, the internet wasn't around. And so imagine how isolated they would be right now. You had a donation to rebuild your museum. That's awesome. Nick, how are you? Julie, how are you? I'm great. Ari, sit down, for goodness sakes. Ugh, crazy cat. Yeah, like it is. It's like we would be so disconnected if we didn't have the internet. We'd have to, like, those people in long distance relationships that have to wait for snail mail. And then because, COVID, the letters probably weren't going to get delivered anyway. Kate, how are you? Melanie, that's awesome. You started a job this week after being made redundant in May from a company I was with 14 years ago. That's brilliant. Online shopping. Online shopping, yes. What else? Technology is good and bad. Yeah, look, I agree. People always say, that, and I agree with it too. You look around and everybody's got a mobile phone in their hand, and they're disconnected from other people. But if you use it, I guess within within reason, then it does have benefits. A lot of my loved ones are international, and it gives me a chance to actually connect with them, even if they're interstate. It gives you a chance to connect to them and be connected with them. So for me, it's actually a really useful tool because it keeps me connected to everybody. I'm answering questions tonight, and just remember that I didn't respond to your message. Oh yeah, about the crystals. Yes, I am answering questions tonight. With every banter, I'm going to go with who spirit is guiding me to answer the questions and do the readings for. But I just wanted to sort of like, hey Daisy, I just wanted to say hi to everybody and send some blessings and some love and abundance, and just to put in some positive stuff. Julianne Stark, FaceTimed with goddaughter with gallbladder issues. I bought and had delivered new candles. There you go. Look at these. See, these are all positive things. It's amazing. It's about, you know, taking the time to actually, you know, embrace this quiet time. We're all complaining that we haven't seen people and we don't have time to do this and we don't have time to do that. Um, but you know, if we make use of this time, because as soon as it's over, everyone's going to complain that everything's fast and we don't have time and blah blah blah. It's all going to go back to where it was before. Anyway, just reading all your messages. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is there's a couple of questions up here, and I think it's really valid because I know that a lot of you up there, mums and dads, and I'm just going to put it out there. Hi, babe. I'm just going to put it out there, you know, just for people to answer these questions, because I'm only of one opinion, you know, and I think that everybody's opinion is valid. And so I'm just going to put it on the table to answer some of these questions. So Lisa is online tonight, and her beautiful children lost their dad recently. And Lisa's question is, I don't know what to do for Father's Day. So let's work this out for Lisa. She's got some you know, some ideas, or just, you know, on how to actually deal with this horrible situation. I can't imagine how hard it is for her, and I can't imagine how hard it is going to be for the children. But you know, there has to be something that can be done to sort of like alleviate, or to actually, you know, work through that hard day. So let's have your comments, guys. You know, has anybody got any ideas for Lisa that might be able to help her get through this really hard situation with you know, her children have lost their dad recently, and Father's Day is coming up. So let's have some ideas. Crazy cat. Play some home videos. Might be a bit confronting. If he is buried nearby, get the kids to write him a card and put it where he's buried. All right. Melody's saying write cards, Lise, and take them to the grave. Release some helium balloons. Don't like that one, Nick, because it affects wildlife. You know, if you're releasing balloons, you don't know where they're going to land, and yeah, we might want to come up with something different. I'm really conscious about animals getting stuck with balloons, especially aquatic life. Eat his favorite dinner. Yeah. Play his favorite song. So Lisa, I hope you're online reading some of this. So you can do the kids, you know, talk to him, blow bubbles instead of balloons. Yeah, that's a beautiful one, Riva. Blow some bubbles. But yeah, I'm definitely against any type of balloon being released into the atmosphere. It just goes against my animal conservation. Celebrate another person's dad who needs it. I lost my dad this year. Visit his favorite place and have a picnic and talk about the good times. Make a nice breakfast and set a place for him at the table. Talk about special memories. One of the things that I always recommend to people is plant a tree. Plant a tree or plant a rose, something that's going to grow with the children. Yes, Ariana, what is it you would like? Not my drink water. So I like to plant trees. I'm Jewish, so quite often I'll say to people like the Jewish National Fund has a tree planting thing that goes in Israel. So you can actually plant a tree in the name of your favorite, or in the name of your loved one in Israel. Might be a bit religious for some people, but that's quite a common thing. And then they give you a certificate saying that your tree's been planted in memory or in honor. Cook his favorite food for dinner and just talk about him, draw pictures or write letters. Yeah, look, I think that one of the things is that to just, you know, remember him, maybe let the children guide that. You know, ask them, what would you like to do for Father's Day? Adopt an animal for him. That's pretty cool. Name a star. I know that it's, probably not, legal as in, the world of astronomy, but at least the kids can look up at the sky and know that that star's dead. I mean, they're not that expensive. I think, naming a star is quite a cute idea. So there are things that you can actually do to commemorate him. But I always say to people, plant a tree, name a star, Yeah, that's what I said, Nick. Ask the kids what they actually want to do. They might want to do nothing. You could focus on the children and just say, look, I know it's Dad's day, but without your dad, you wouldn't be here. So let's celebrate your children. Adopt an animal. What animal would you adopt? Okay, let's have some fun now. What animal would you adopt for your partner? Listening to the radio the other day, and this really funny segment came up, and it was, what body part would you buy for your partner to replace what they have? Like, what body part would it be? We adopted a koala for our grandson and a meerkat for the husband. What was his favorite animal? A ferret. I love ferrets. More horses. Just take a star you can identify. Jupiter is by and adopt it in your heart. Don't have to spend money. Ducks. These are great, guys. Lisa, are you still on? You still? Oh yeah, die hands down. I would get an otter and a skunk. People are always carrying on like otters are the best. Adopt a sloth for all your kids' dad. Well, I'm trying to think. What would you adopt for your dad for Father's Day? Here we go. What would I adopt? Let me think. Weird ass catfish or something. He's always trying to catch fish. He's still alive now. He's just. I love sloths. Baby sloths are so cute, aren't they? It reminds me of that Disney movie with the sloth in it. I can't remember what it's called. And the sloth like takes 10 hours to actually do anything. All right, you know what? Let's get into some readings. A zebra. Really? A zebra, Francis? Okay. Professor, what would you adopt? I'm curious now. What would you bring home? No, it's not Ice Age dye. It's another one. It's like got a singing alpaca in it. I think it's an alpaca. Yeah. Okay. You'd adopt a koala. Why? They're cranky. Like, seriously. I'd bring everything home. I would adopt an Andean condor. That's what I would adopt. Hi, Lisa. All right, so I have some cards I've just pulled out. Now it's my beautiful soul brother's birthday today, Scott Alexander King. So I'm going to use his Nature's Wisdom message cards, and I'm going to dedicate this banter to him. It's his birthday today. He's been a huge influence in my life, and he's family to me. He's more than a friend. He's a mentor. He's a brother, and so many other things. And he's definitely one of my people. And I just want to wish him happy birthday, and dedicate this to him. So I'm going to use his Nature Wisdom cards today. Your apron looks like a leatherworking apron. It reminds me of two people that have passed. Can you see them with me? Julie, I don't know at the present time. So it's not a leatherworking apron. It's a barber apron. And the reason I wear this when I cut hair is because it stops the hair going in into my clothes, into my skin. Hair splinters, hair can actually penetrate the skin, and it can be quite uncomfortable, just like a normal splinter. So today I just felt like I wanted to wear this, for the Barber Banter, and as opposed to my normal vest. So this is what I'm wearing, and I'm going to read with Scott's cards. So let me see where I am. I'm drawn to. Does anybody have a question while I'm shuffling? Okay. Is anyone new tonight? If you are new, the way that I actually work is I work now from spirit, and I'm guided. If I'm guided to answer your question or read for you, then I will do so. If you don't get a reading, please don't be disheartened or disappointed. I can't read for everybody, of course, and but I certainly can book you in. So running across the screen is my email address, and I can certainly do a private reading if you contact me on that email. I'm just reading, Lisa, your question. Please tell me, what is the connection between me and another person? Lisa, I feel that person is actually a lesson for you. I feel like there's a little bit of conflict between the two of you, and I'm just being guided to say to you, like, what's the lesson? What's the lesson in it? This person is there to teach you something, and I just want to say to you, don't flare up, okay, when they say something. Just listen to what they've got to say, because it's relevant, okay? I just have to pass that across to you, Lisa. I feel like it's a soul connection, and I feel like they're in your path to actually develop you and help you get to the next level of soul development. So hold on to that. That's the answer there. Bec Gould, thank you. All right. Julianne Stark, I feel like I'm drawn to you tonight, so I'm going to actually read for you. Right, let's have a look here. I'm using Scott Alexander King's cards. Julie, yours is the Hollow. Okay. Tree Hollow. On the back of the cards, there's always a little blurb. I'm just going to read that to you. Fear of being in the shadow of your former self, shifting roles, your function has evolved. You enjoy being of service to others. You provide shelter, help, insight, and warmth freely. Find peace in your achievements. You are appreciated, loved, and your efforts will be accredited. So what I'm actually seeing here in this Tree Hollow is I actually want to say to you, you're feeling a little bit empty, okay? The tree hollow is essentially like it's an empty part of the tree, and it provides shelter and everything for for animals and birds and things like that to breed in, but essentially the tree's hollow. And I feel I want to place that with you in regards to how you're feeling about yourself: hollow, disconnected, unable to feel full or unable to be fulfilled. And I'm just wanting to say to you, like, what can you do to fill that up? What can you do to fill that void? How are you going to sort of like turn it around and start to look after yourself? Okay, Julie, I just feel like you're putting so much out into the world, and you know, you really need to bring it back to yourself and fill you up. It's the ever, you know, it's always the same with so many of us. We give, and then we forget about ourselves, and we forget to put back in ourselves. And so, you know, I just feel like, you know, you've got this space in you, this void in you. What are you going to do to fill it up? How are you going to fill it up? What's needed to fill it up? You know, I just feel like you're putting so much effort into other people, and you really need to sort of like bring it back to you, and you know, put some time and energy into yourself and your growth and your development, if that makes sense. So that's how I'm reading that for you, Julie. I hope that makes sense for you. Nick Grin, happy birthday, Scott. Jason, how are you? It's quiet tonight, isn't it? Jacinta, I feel like I'm drawn to you next on this one. Okay, your dad would need an owl. Scott would bring home an owl. He'd bring home anything. Yeah, I'm great, Jace. I'm actually I'm moving, so I'm really excited about that. I'm moving closer to the city, and you know, taking the next step in my personal journey. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm packing boxes at the minute. Anyway, Jacinta, let's have a look and see what we've got here for you. This cat's a spastic. I wish I could show you her. She's upside down. I haven't had her in the banter for 2 weeks, and Mum said, bring Ariana in tonight. So she's in here being a total spaz. All right. If you're on, feel free to share the page, bring people on. I always love to have new people on, and I always love to share the banter with people. Don't forget to pack the cat. I don't think we're going to forget to pack the cat, Julie. I have a feeling that she'll be one of the first things in the car. Yeah, I'm heading down to the city. So yeah, my respite's done. Time to actually to move forward. Will she travel well? Don't know, Francis. She either will or she won't, but she's getting in a cage in the car whether she likes it or not. I think she'll be fine. Maine Coons are kind of okay. She got in the car the other day and got in the cage, so I've just set it out there for her to get used to it being in the car. Haven't we, Bugs? She knows something's going on. She's having a ball with a bubble wrap. She thinks that's mighty fine. Okay, Jacinta, let's have a look here for you. Okay, you've got the Roots card. Time of darkness. Delve deep and explore who you really are, what you're hiding. Contemplate depression. Who are you? Reconsider all core decisions and journey within. You're navigating the underworld, dormancy. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Wow, I think this is one that everybody can relate to, really. Jacinta, I just feel like it's like a pot that's been what do you call it? Root bound? Is that what it's called? When you have a tree or something that's in a pot and there's nowhere for the roots to actually go. And I feel like that's how you are at the present time. It's like people, you know, I feel like my wings are cut sometimes and I can't fly. This is where I see for you. You know, we always like to lay down roots and we always like to spread ourselves out. And I think that, you know, under the circumstances, we're unable to do that at the present time. And so, you know, you are a little bit like pot bound, essentially. You can't spread out so much and you can't really make plans for what's to come or how things are going to actually move forward, if that makes sense. Jacinta, I do see that, you know, there are options coming for you. So I don't think that this is a long-term thing that you need to worry about. I feel like there are options coming in for you. And I feel like, you know, there's a split journey. People are always going to travel with us, but I feel like you're going to leave a part of, you know, a part of your old journey and in the past, and so you might lose people and might move on from that and then journey onto another path or a new beginning, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm feeling, like doors are closing. You know, eventually the pot will break and you will be set free, but then it's just going to take some time to untangle things. And I feel like that's what you're sort of like dealing in a moment. You're feeling really tangled up and you know, you've got emotions that are crossing over. You've got your past crossing over with your now, and you're sort of like wondering where things are. Hey, sugar mama. And you know, I just feel like I want to actually just say to you, just sit quietly. You're okay. You know, you're being watered. You're not going to die. You're just feeling a little bit restricted at the time. And I feel like, you know, you will be able to move past this. And once you've set, you know, have a direction, have an idea of where you actually want to go. But I do see like you're going to leave some part in the past and carry some into the future. But whatever it is, I feel like you have to allow yourself to grieve things. Okay. It's really important that you grieve whatever it is that you've left behind, and just accept it and understand it as a positive, because it has made you who you are, and you are accepting of the journey that you've actually made, and just the benefits and the abundance that's come with those decisions, if that makes sense. Jacinta, I do feel as if there's more responsibility coming in for you as well. So I don't know whether that's in the line of jobs, or whether it's in the line of your family, but I feel as if there's going to be more placed on your shoulders, and I just feel as if you're going to cut and release, if that makes sense. And so when you actually have that new responsibility, your hands are free to actually grasp it and actually to work with it. And whereas in the past you felt like you're juggling everything, I feel like where you're moving to and how you're going to be moving is actually going to set you free and you know, reform where those roots are going. So I have to move that forward. What's with a cloth? Hey, what do you mean a cloth? What cloth? So I hope that makes sense for you. Does that make sense? Oh, it's an apron. Yeah, it's my barber apron. Is anyone new tonight? Yeah, it's my barber apron. Before I wear this one, hey. Jacinta, there's a Japanese art form called, I think it's kintsugi. I might have pronounced it wrong, but it's the art of repairing broken pottery with glass. Okay, and they have a belief system that you know, you can, when you repair it with gold, it's actually more precious and more beautiful than it was in its original form. And sometimes, Jacinta, we actually have to break in order for us to reform and expand. Okay, when you go to the gym and you're building up your muscles, you're actually tearing muscle fibers so that they can become bigger. And so if you do break, it's okay, you know, allow yourself to break, allow yourself to grieve, but know that you're going to come back bigger and better. Okay, that's just the way that it works. So, you know, just hold on to that. It's okay to break. You know, there's nothing wrong with breaking. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to step into that and grow from it. You know, because unless you break, you can't expand, you can't grow, and you can't move forward. Wayne, how are you going? You all love my barber apron. I know. I just I saw it sitting there, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to wear a vest today. I'm going to throw in the barber apron, and I'm going to do the barber banter in the barber apron. Just waiting for spirit. Yeah. Jacinta, you know what Master Yoda says? Hey, do or do not, there is no try. Okay? You just have to let it go. You've just got to let things be the way that they're going to be, and just be accepting of it. Don't fight it. Okay? Don't fight the journey. Just allow yourself to surrender to it, and know that wherever it's going to lead you to, it's where you need to be in that moment. There are no mistakes in life. Shalom Motek, Manishma. Okay, let's have a look. Melly Collins. I think I feel like, oh, maybe for you. I dropped them. Wait a minute. I only dropped 3. That's not too bad, hey. So I'm using these cards today, Nature's Wisdom cards. You can get these from Animal Dreaming Publishing. I'm using these today because it's Scott Alexander King's birthday. Actually, it's today or tomorrow, I can't remember. It was either today or yesterday. But either way, I'm using these cards. This barber chair is so much more uncomfortable than the other one. I don't know why, but they're both the same chair, but I prefer the other one to sit on. Hi, Donna. Will he come cut off his mullet? You haven't seen these cards. These are just nature's cards. You know, it's just got really simple things on them, like shells and soil, and you know, just fish, things that I know Scott would point out in a medicine walk. So it's about signs and symbols that you're actually walking through life with. You know, it's quite often I'll get, you know, lost or feel like I need some guidance, and I'll just take myself for a wander and see what stands out for me, and then I get the messages the way that he trained me, because I was trained by him. He's one of my mentors as well. And you know, one of the things he teaches is a medicine walk, which is, I guess, a North American Indian thing, but I think it's in a lot of indigenous cultures where they seek guidance from what's near and around them, signs and symbols. And so these are just encompassing all that, like tree trunk and mosses and lightning, and you know, just all these sort of things. Scent is coffee beans as well, and you know, just what do you smell, what do you see, you know, when you touch something, how does it make you feel? So it's just becoming in tune with all of your senses and your higher senses and your higher self, and just getting guidance, because we always look for guidance in other people, but you know, when we actually stop and pause, we can get so many or so much guidance in Mother Earth, in Gaia, and what's near and around us, the animal world, the standing people, the rock people. You know, it's such an amazing, incredible place that we live in, and unfortunately we haven't treated it the best. But these cards are based on the medicine walk, I think. Let's see what's on the back of it, what he's got. Yeah, it is. Accessing nature's wisdom is as simple as taking a walk. The medicine walk is not just a stroll in nature, it's a journey of intent undertaken with the purpose to communicate with spirits. There you go. Exactly what I said. I know him so well, and I've never read the back of that, but yeah, this is his version of a medicine walk. They are gorgeous. I will pop up the link for them under tonight's banter, so you can actually you know, you can actually purchase these if you wish to. They're beautiful, and they're tiny little deck too, so they're really comfortable in your hand, and you can have them on your desk or in your handbag or wherever, whatever floats your boat. And you know, they're there. All right, Melly, I think I said I was drawn to you, so let's have a look here. You sleep better when you hear the rain on your tin roof. It's like dreams, you know, dreams are always an interpretation of things as well. I'm off to bed. Enjoy the banter and have a good night back and all viewing. Thanks, Melody. You take care, okay? What about mini beasts? Garden today and came across her. What's a mini beast? I don't know what a mini beast is. Julie, is it like a kakalaka? Sleep well. I don't know. I don't know what a bug. Depends what the bug is. Ladybug is abundant. You know, you need to have a look at what's actually what it does. A bee is abundance. Ladybug's luck. A fly is about looking at all directions. What does the bug do? Look at the bug's mannerism. You know, how does it act? I have a question, right? You know those bugs that are always stuck together, and we call them like the F bugs. I'm not going to say the word on the banter, but you know what I mean. What are they called? Like, what are those bugs called that are always like shagging? All types of critters in the garden. Reva, not for some time. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't feel like our borders will be open until, you know, next year. Arthropods. That's a that's a big word. I don't know. They're like they're red bugs. They're like stuck together, like they're always shagging. What's their real name? Harlequin bugs. We call them beep beep bugs. Shagging bugs. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows them by that name. I don't know what they're called. They're not butchie boys. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like red or orange, and they're like always asses are stuck together. I just want to know what sort of bugs they're called anyway. No, they're not Christmas beetles. Wait, I'll show you what they are. I'm Googling it, all right? Just wait. Oh my God, it's actually in the Urban Dictionary. Oh, I can't stop laughing. Wait. Uh, Gotta find a picture. Okay, wait a minute. Right, they're like that. They're like always shagging. Oh, look out. The professor's given us the biological, the genus name. Did you look up that, babe? Or did you get that off the top of your head? I looked up fuck bugs. Excuse my language, but that's what they're called. Oh, is that them? No, that's not them. They look totally different. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, it is them. There you go. Look at that. See? The professor knows everything. Except what side the microphone goes on. How funny is that? Huh. You'll think of me now when you see them bugs. You go, oh, there those big bugs. See? Bonking bugs. Well, I don't use that word. Mine starts with an F, but yeah, they are. See? They're always shagging. What did you talk about on the banter? Bugs that shag. Love bugs. Herbie's a love bug. Bonking bugs. Ah, how funny. I forgot who I was reading for now. Melly, did I read your card? I don't think I did. Babe, did I read her card? Enough shagging, I'm off to bed. Are you off to bed to shag, Julie? Not to shag. Oh dear. It's always something funny on the banter to make us laugh, eh? All right, Mally, cool. Here we go. Getting back to the serious side of things. I don't think it can ever be serious. All right, this one jumped out. It's leaf. A leaf. Take a leaf out of my book. Okay. The spine represents the good red road and your physical path in life, expecting change. The vein branches out, offering many choices, new life, and opportunities to grow. Show discretion at this time, as some options are sound. If you fall, pick yourself up again. Okay, so this is really interesting. I've never heard him talk about leaves like this before, but that's really cool. So in North American Indians, the good red road is life and the blue road is death. Just a bit of idle knowledge there, but that's how they work it. So discretion. Okay, if you fall, pick yourself up. Reminds me again of my favorite saying in the Rocky movies. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. What matters is how many times you get up. And Melly, I feel like you are a getter-upperer. I don't know whether that's a proper term to be utilized in English. However, I'm going to. And I think too that you know, you're always picking up other people near and around you, Melly, and I feel that sometimes that can be a little bit burdensome for you. Again, this is a time where I want to say to everybody, work on yourself. You know, don't focus on other people. You know, something come across my desk today where somebody was actually talking about, you know, setting boundaries in their life, and you know, fearing that when they do set those boundaries, how it's going to affect other people, and the conflict that actually comes back to them, if that makes sense. And you know, something that I had to say to them is that, you know, you can't be held responsible for the way that other people are going to react to what you need in your life and how you're going to express yourself, because if they have a problem, then you know, that's something that they then have to go and deal with it. One of my favorite sayings is, it's not my monkey, it's not my circus. And you know, I've told most of you that one before. And another one that is really, you know, well known in my family circle is, it's not my conflict, you go deal with it. That's a little bit harsher, but the reality is that you have to do what's right for you. You know, you can't be held responsible for other people's reactions to you needing something in your life. It's like, you know, you can't live your life by other people's standards and by other people's expectations, because that is inhibiting your free will, if that makes sense. And so, you know, I actually had to say, you have to set your boundaries and just, you know, maybe say to these people that are near and around you, look, you know, I can appreciate that you have a difference of opinion. However, at this time, this is my choice, and I'm not going to be made feel guilty about it. This is what I need in my life right now, and although you don't accept it, and although you cannot maybe understand it, or that you know, you don't agree with it, that's okay. I don't need you to do any of those things. I just need you to respect my choices and understand that this is what's best for me. Melly, I feel like that's relative to you as well. Okay. I feel like that's something that you need to address in your life, and you need to stand up and put some boundaries in place for you coming up, because I just feel like people are taking advantage of, if that makes sense. And you know, I really feel like I want to push you a little bit forward to stand up and be on your own, and you know, just really step into your power. Okay, that's the message that I'm getting for spirit in regards to this leaf. So you know, just move forward, set your boundaries, and control what you can control, and let go of what you can't control. And certainly don't take it personally. Okay, you know, never take it personally. I'll leave you with that one. Hi, Christina. JJ. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, JJ. Guess what? We have a new family member, and he's a Siamese fighter called Puff. We didn't know what to call him, so we called him Puff. And yeah, I forgot to tell you that we have a Siamese fighter in the family. Yeah. Hey, V. That makes sense, doesn't it? Does anybody have animals with really weird names? While I'm shuffling, has anybody had animals with really, really weird names? What are you laughing at? You named him. I can tell you a story about animals with weird names. So existed, need a photo. I have another 2 now, so all 3 up. Do you have the female yet, Georgie? Geordie. Fabian. So years ago, my mom had this cat, right? And it was a bitch of a thing. And would only like her, really. You had a cat called Scrambled Egg. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, so my mom had this cat, and it got sick, and it had to go to the vet. And she called her cat Poo, like puss, poo. And my brother takes the cat to the vet, and he says, like, there's no way I'm going to go to the vet, and when they ask what its name is, I'm going to go poo, like it's poo. So the vet asked, like, what's the cat's name? And my brother said Colleen. So at the vet, the cat's name was Colleen. Well, funny. I used to have a cat called Schmutter. He had a Shar-Pei, and his name was Kemet, and Kemet in Hebrew is wrinkle. And so we had Kemet the Shar-Pei, and he used to lick the cat until all the drool was all over his head, and shmudder in Hebrew slang is rag, and it was like he was sopping up all that spit. So his name was Shmudder, Shmuddy. But yeah, I've had some really funny cat animal names. We had a cat called Meow. I just love them. So many weird names. It was not your cat, it's my cat. Your dog's name is Milo. He's chocolate. Kemet. I knew you'd love that, Ronnie. Kemet. I think it also translates to, oh no, it's another one, Susriach, which is water horse in Hebrew. We nearly called him that, Ronnie. We nearly called him water horse. Yeah, Susriach. It's really funny. And I had a fish called Doug, because Doug in Hebrew was fish. I had another Shar-Pei that was chocolate brown we called Satchmo. But yeah, funny names for cats. New fur baby tomorrow, and my daughter has named him Winston. Wow, that's posh. That's posh. Ariana's named after, I don't know. The Ariana came from Spirit, and I named her Victoria after Queen Victoria. So that's where her name, Ariana Victoria. You like that one, Susria? Satchmo. Like, what do you call a chocolate brown dog? You can't, like, we couldn't even see him in the daylight. But yeah, kitty cat. I just love them when they got like posh names, like human names. What's a cat? Sharon. Come here, Sharon. Bruce. Yeah, just really funny names. I had a little rat called Bear because he looked like a little bear. But anyway, there we go. Funny names to animals. What's your fur baby, Christine? What is it? Is it a puppy? Oh, you've got, Francis, you've got an Arabian. Wow. I'm totally in love with gypsy cobs. Francis, look up, oh, what is it called? Riverlane Ranch. Riverlane Ranch, and have a look at SD Empire and King of Kings. Have a look at those horses. Empire is absolutely stunning. All of their horses are stunning. I just scared me. She's in the window. Oh, you've got a cat called Winston. That's pretty cool. Igor the cat. Igor the dog. Oh my gosh. Fabian is named after Fabian Mackerel, who was King Louis IV police commander. Really? They are gorgeous horses. Fabian Marshall, who was King Louis XIV. Aren't they, Francis? Look up Riverlane Ranch and have a look at SD Empire. I have never seen a horse so magnificent. He's perfect. It's absolutely stunning. I'm waiting for Ari to jump through this light ring thing. He's 12 months old from a rescue center. Oh, I've always gotten my animals from rescue centers. I've always believed in giving things a second chance. Thomas, my turtle, was a rescue, but I really wanted a Maine Coon, and so we had to get her from a breeder. But you know, I do believe in rescues. I think they're gorgeous. Raining Diamonds, our stallion. Wow, Francis, we're going to have to come and visit you some stage and have a look at all these amazing animals that you have. Since you were chatting animals, Bec, do you think Nick's beagle Indy will get along with my golden and yes, V, I think they will battle it out for who's dominant. But yeah, I think so. It's so weird to see you with a dog and not a pig. Di, did you look it up? SD Empire. Hi Jojo, how you going? He's absolutely gorgeous. You love my hair. Thank you. How did a turtle end up a rescue? Some some people that were friends of mine, they bought the turtle as a baby turtle, like a tiny little thing like this, for their daughter on her, I don't know, fourth or sixth birthday or something like that. So she had this turtle all her life, and I guess life gets in the way and things take priority, and things happen. And you know, I will always, you know, used to play with him when I used to visit. And then in 2015, I went and visited, and there was a fish tank full of murky water. And all of a sudden, this thing started jumping up and down, and it was the turtle, but I couldn't even see him in there. And he was starving, he was malnourished, he had shell rot, he was anemic. And I basically sort of like flipped it and sort of said, well, you know what, I'm going to take this turtle off you, or I'm going to call the RSPCA. But either way, it's not staying here. So I went to Bunnings and I bought like a big, you know, we call it bucket thing, and put him in that and drove him across the South Australian border. And I've had him ever since. So yeah, he's a happy little fatty now, and he's 27. He'll be 28 in November. And yeah, he's a character, our Thomas. Yes, SD Empire is gorgeous. I cannot wait to go to Canada and see that horse. He's absolutely spectacular. They all are just such a beautiful ranch and beautiful horses. Maybe people forget that they live for so long when they get them. I would have rescued him too. Yeah, it's the same with birds. You know, I would love a macaw, but their lifespan, you know, you have to be around, and animals really bond with you, especially birds. They'll pick usually one owner, and they've got a really incredible memory. But yeah, he thinks he's a dog. We do try and encourage him to be a turtle, but it doesn't always happen. He likes cuddles. He likes to follow everyone around. He likes to follow the cat around. He likes to sleep in the bed. He's just, yeah, just like a dog. Right, yo. Who am I drawn to? He is quite funny, isn't he? Yeah. Do you know what he did last night? I'm going to share this with you because, you know, sharing's caring. He ate his own poop yesterday, and it was making me so sick. I have no idea why he ate his own crap, but oh, seriously, made my stomach turn. Hi, Dakota. Welcome. Dog, chipper, and cat mocha, which means pisser. What? My ex-dog's old cat that passed away. Machia. You called your dog pisser? What a classic. All right, let me have a look. Who am I going to go to? Let me see. Geordie, I think I'm actually drawn to you tonight. Yeah, he's a turtle. He is a turtle. Geordie, are you still there? So I'm using Scott's cards because it's his birthday. And if anybody, you know, likes what I do or how I read, feel free to book in for a reading with me. I do offer one question reads for $25 and half an hour readings for $80, and of course my 1 hour readings for $150. Just message the email that's running across the screen, and I'm more happy to book you in. So I just feel like, you know, being a psychic medium, people would think that, you know, we can read for ourselves, or, you know, we should know better. But the truth is we actually don't. And it's really hard to get a reading as a psychic medium because you know everybody and they know your stuff. You know, and it's so hard to, you know, I remember so many times I've snuck into those smaller New Age festivals, tried to get a reading, and then somebody's recognized me, and it's just like, oh, you know, and they'll say, oh, do you know who you're actually reading for? And it's just so hard to get a reading when you're in the industry and know so many people that, you know, that know you. So Geordie, you would understand this. Anyway, let's read Scott's cards for you. And let's see what's coming up now, Geordie. As I'm pulling these, I feel like I want to add this to direction for you. Okay, so what direction are you going in? And that card just flew right out. Hey Carmen, how you going? Geordie, it's about wind. Okay, so let's have a look and see what he's got back on it. Okay, confusion is clearing, awareness is dawning, a time of turmoil is passing, clarity and peace. Barriers, obstacles, and fears are diminishing. The whirlwind of power is building and growing. Intuition is prime. Prepare for a clear mind, incoming messages, and fresh new ideas. Geordie, I really feel that's an affirmation, confirmation for you. It's perfect for where things are in your life. And I feel like you just needed spirit to say, hey, you're on the right path there. So I don't feel like I need to add anything to what Scott's actually written on that. I just feel like, you're listening, you're on path, you're where you need to be. And I'm really feeling that bigger things are coming up. I know that we have a show coming up. I can't remember the date on it. I really need to get my dates organized before I get on the banter, but I haven't even done the artwork for this one, but Geordie and I are going to do a show. I think it's in October, and I've got one coming up in September as well. So it's going to be really awesome. I can't wait to get back on the stage, on the platforms though, and actually see all of you live, which is going to be so amazing. I can't wait. It's going to bring us to Canada, it's going to bring us to Sydney, and all over the place, which is long time coming. And so hopefully, but for now we've got these Zoom events, and that's where we have to go. Now, Rivka, I know that you're working, but for some reason there's a card here for you as well. Carmen, I'm drawn to you, Carmen, as well. Just let me pull this card first. How is the packing going? Yeah, it's I've done most of it. So I'm moving on the 14th, which is so cool. I can't wait. It's my beautiful girls down in Melbourne, and let's we get down there and be closer. October, September the 20th dies onto mine. There you go. Geordie's saying October. It does, doesn't it, JJ? It really does. All right, let's have a look, my love. It's litter. Let's have a look here. Walk gently on the earth. Treat everything as equal. Everything's related, and all a family. Take responsibility for your actions. To pollute Mother Earth is to pollute your own life. Respect for others. To respect you, you must first demonstrate respect for all, and for all deserve it. Trying to figure out how that actually is relevant to you. Let me have a look. Get some guidance. I'm just having a look here. Lost your cat yesterday. We had to put her asleep. Oh, bless. So sorry to hear that, Jojo. Please know that she is in spirit always. Okay, Bec, I feel like this is about decluttering your life. Okay, I know that it says litter and stuff like that, but quite often we're left to pick up the stuff and the litter left by everybody else. When you go to a park or something, people quite often leave things there. And what I'm feeling as I'm having a look at this card, I mean, Scott said, like, it's about respect. For others to respect you, you must first demonstrate respect for them. But I feel like this is the actual mirror image here, and I feel like decluttering your life is going to be quite beneficial, by not taking on too much. Sometimes we try and extend ourselves to the point where we do feel cluttered, and we do feel like everything's right up under our chin. And that's how I'm feeling, when I'm having a look at this card for you. It's like everywhere you look, there's no order. if that makes sense. Everything's just scattered all over the place. And so I'm going to take this card to the next step and say, yeah, look, litter's there, and you have to treat everything as equal, but you actually have to have a look at your world, okay? Everything on the outside is a reflection of things on the inside, and I just feel as if that, you know, when you're one or the other, one will mirror the other, if that makes sense. So if your external world is all over the place, then, you know, your inside world is going to be exactly the same, and vice versa. And so I just feel like, you know, in time this needs to be sorted out, if that makes sense. You know, a scattered mind is a scattered life, and I just want to say to you, you know, don't take on too much when you already have so much going on. So over the next couple of months, I certainly wouldn't be committing to anything major. And you know, just start to deal with sort of like what's on your plate at the moment. You can't, you know, you can't take any more in your mouth when you're already chewing away on so many mouthfuls that you haven't had a chance to swallow yet. And I just feel that, you know, there are so many things being shoved down your neck at 150 miles an hour that you're not getting a chance to taste life, if that makes sense. So I just feel like I want to push it all back and just give yourself some time to breathe, and you know, just give yourself some space, if that makes sense. Knowing the circumstances, I know that's quite difficult, but I feel that, you know, that will obviously, it will change shortly. But I was just guided to pull that card for you. So there you are, my love. Carmen, I feel like I want to pull a card for you, but I'm going to change the cards. I feel like I want to change them. Can't even get into the box. All right, here we go. So, are you on a card? Okay. Oops. All right, I'm going to use the fairy cards. You want the steampunk cards, Nick? Okay. Right, just bear with me. So we're going to use the steampunk cards. Okay, so these are the Steampunks by Karen Dalton Smith. One of your favorite card decks. Oh, you want to know what fairy cards? Oh. They are Sharon McLeod's fairy cards, these ones. I can pull a couple of these, okay, but right now I just want to pull the steampunk ones. Hey there, you. How are you, little one? Hi, Nick. How are you? How are you, Taylor? Big changes for you. Nick. All right. Jojo, I'm going to read. You better be good. All right, let's have a look. Taylor, stay online. I'm going to pull a card for you shortly. Nick, stay online. Jojo, let's have a look here. If anybody's first on, let me know that you're here. It's the first time that you've been on. So Jojo, this card's for you, and it's the skull. Okay. Now I happen to work with skulls, and good, Jojo told. One of the things that I see a skull at is, you know, taking it right back to that core. When you take the body back to the skeletal, you take it back to the foundation on which, you know, where on which we're actually formed. And so I just want to say to you, like, strip it right back, Jojo. Go back to and have a rethink and have a relook at, you know, what your foundations and what your programs are actually based on. Okay, strip it right back. Go back to being you. Like, what makes you you? What do you believe in, and where do those belief systems come from? You know, we all have inhibiting belief systems that come from other people that we've learned behaviors, learnt fears, learnt projections, all of those things that we sort of like learn, and we take on all that information, and it, you know, becomes, I guess, an etheric baggage of such. And Rivka, when I was actually looking at your card, I felt the same thing, like etheric baggage and etheric rubbish that was actually sitting near and around you also. So it's also relevant for you, babe. But Jojo, what I'm feeling here is I want to go back to basics, like strip it right back to the Tower card almost, and go right back to absolutely nothing, and begin from scratch to formulate, you know, the face of who you are. You know, when I'm working with crystal skulls, I sort of like teach people that a skull is a key, because everybody has one, and it doesn't matter whether it's a part of a mandible or a part of the you know, the top of the cranium, or the, you know, it doesn't matter what part, you know, of the actual skull you actually see. If you find a skull, you know it's a skull, whether it's a bird, whether it's a badger, whether it's a, you know, a wallaby, a dog, it doesn't matter. You know automatically that that is a skull. Okay, so you have you have that key of knowledge to know that this is a skull, and the brain is, you know, encapsulated within that skull, and so knowledge. And so it's like the skull for me is the key to knowledge, or the key to consciousness, and that's what I feel like I want to push it for you, if that makes sense. And so it's like taking it all back, and you know, what is the key to consciousness going to unlock for you? What does it mean for you? Your own belief systems, your systems that are actually formulating who you are and what you're about. Because I just feel like you've been living everybody else's life. And I just want to say, Jojo, now is the time to actually stand up and actually be you. Okay. And this is the time to do that. And it's like, you know, we all put on a mask to the external world. We all put on a brave face, but is it our real face? And so what this card has done is just strip back that face, and is now saying, right, you're right back to the base, the foundation, the slate's clean. How are you going to make this face? What mask are you going to put out to the world? How are you going to present yourself, if that makes sense? So I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm going to, you know, I know that that's really relevant for you. Hi, Michaela, welcome. Hi, Bec, I'm Kylie's sister. Christine, how are you? All right. Just to give you an affirmation and confirmation of where you are at the present time. Yeah, spirit's right, Jojo. It's not me, it's spirit. You know, I have to understand that whenever I'm reading for you guys, it's not my opinion. It's what I'm being guided to say, okay? And so, you know, if I had my opinion, I'd probably, you know, tell a lot of you to get off your butts and actually make a difference in life. But that's just me, you know, because I'm a you know, I push people to do the best that they can. So all of these readings are coming from spirit. It's not something that I sit here and go, oh, does that make sense to me? Because it's not relevant, if that makes sense. Tay, the twin flame of the candle. Okay. This one is just showing me that, you know, you've got that double illumination. What you see in yourself is how your external world is going to be. So I feel like almost that you know, there's a mirror in between here, and you know, there is two flames, so it's always above the twin flame, and how that's relevant. But I feel as if, you know, things are are kind of really starting to move forward with you. And I'm just, wanting to say that, the way that you see the world is the way that your world is going to be. Yes, it is ironic and very symbolic, but I feel like things are starting to mirror. So your inside is starting to mirror the outside world, which is where you need to be, sweetie, which is fantastic. And I'm really proud of you and the journey that you've taken, and sending lots of healing energy and love to you. So yeah, it's a natural light. It's not fake. It's not what do you call it, man-made. It's authentic, it's genuine. The way that you're moving through your life is being lit with authenticity. There's no illusion in it now. It is basically how it is. And I just want to say to you, open up your heart space and be accepting of that, because you truly deserve it. And that I only ever wanted the best for you. So I'm sending you lots of love, and stay off your feet. See, I told you will get into Barwin. So yeah, stay off your feet and heal. Okay. Where are we at? Where are you from, Michaela? Christine, I'm gonna pull some fairy cards. Okay, I know that some of you want the fairy cards. Where are we at? We're at 9:30. So only gonna be doing this for another half an hour. So if you have any questions, pop them through now so I can try and answer them. I just packed up all of my tarot cards and all of my cards and kept out all your favorite ones, because the rest of them are all packed up. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to actually be bringing on Sharon Tell, the author and creator of this amazing, incredible deck, from Survive to Thrive Empowerment Cards. So I'm going to bring Sharon on and hopefully get her to do some readings with her own cards for you. Haven't asked her yet, but I know how incredible she is. And I might bring Nick on at some stage as well. Try and get some of these authors on who use the cards that we actually use every single week. So let's have a look. But I'm going to do this now. So, whoops, they're all over the place. Rob the Reader. Wait a minute. If anybody has any cards that they want me to read with or recommend, just let me know. And I'm more than happy to try and get hold of them or read with them if you want to send them. Good night, JJ. I will send that picture of our new puff child to you. Okay, let me have a look. I forgot who I was reading for now. Get distracted by stuff. Christine, I'm gonna pull a card for you. I keep forgetting you guys know each other. Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's really funny because our fish Chip, he died the day after we got Puff, and I was really devastated because he was like this little fat puppy face fish, and then we were just laughing, saying like Ari was always trying to kill Chip and waited for Puff to come along and then blamed the fish because my other half blamed the other fish. Mum blamed the other fish. It's like, no, he didn't. I bet you it was Ari trying to pat him. Christine, I feel like renovations is in there for you, rather than, you know, starting a whole new structure. All right. Who, Carmen, did I read? Like, seriously, I've got fibro head today. Something shocking. I don't know who I've read for and who I haven't. Such a tard. Christine, I want to read for you, so I'm going to read for Christine. Christine Louise Young is who I want to read for. And then if I haven't read for you, I've skipped over Carmen. I'm not sure. Anyway, Christine, I got the fairy cards. Okay, so I haven't. All right. So I'm going to do Christine, and then I'm going to do Carmen, and then I'm going to do Mum. All right. I need a note. I have a notepad. Do you think I'm going to write on it? Nick, that's too logical for me. Too logical. But I better write it down, hey. I can't even see it. Yeah, Michaela, I do have fibromyalgia. And yeah, you get the fibro fog. I don't know who I've read for half the time. All right, so I'm going to read for Christina Louise Young, and then Carmen, and then Robin. Yeah, see, notepads are for looking at. That's right, and you can get them all different colors, and you can get them in red and blue and pink, and they're all pretty, and they come from Officeworks, and you just have a collection of them that go with your collection of pens. That's right. I'm glad you all agree with me. Okay, so Christine, let's have a look here. How is everybody going? Everyone feels really connected tonight, which is nice. Okay, okay, you've pulled Lilith. Where's this? There we go, Lilith. Lilith, the giant winged goddess, flies into your world and offers strength. She helps unlock your fierce inner powers and assert who you are. Don't put up with the second best or allow anyone to put you down. If you see injustice, do something about it. You are powerful, and Lilith brings equality. I ask you to unlock my full power and assist me to shine. So again, Christine, I feel like this is about setting boundaries, and there's been a lot of cards that have come up tonight for people that are talking about setting boundaries and just owning who they are and being okay in their personal power. And I feel like this is exactly what Lilith is bringing into. You're powerful, okay? You know, it's talking about creating your full potential or unlocking your full potential. So I'd be having a look at Christine at what are the things that you're actually wanting to achieve, what are the things that you're wanting to change in your life, and how are you actually going to put into play the beginning of that concept. You know, what do you need to bring into order to actually move forward in being the best version of yourself that you possibly can, if that makes sense. And so I just want to say to you, you know, sit and pause. You know, let the wind blow around you and just sit in silence, because there's so much that we can gain from meditation and so much that we can gain from being silent in our world. You know, there's so much chitter chatter going on at the moment, and you know, there's so many things that are overwhelming, especially on social media. I mean, you know, you don't know what to believe anymore. You don't know, you know, who's right, who's wrong. You know, I find myself, it's quite daunting, and you know, I'm not you know, not non-intelligent by any means, and I think that for most people, everybody's feeling the same way. It's quite daunting to the point where you just want to jump off social media, because it's like, you know, the election stuff that's going on in the United States, and then there's conflict here and there's conflict there, and they're rioting here and they're rioting there, and it's COVID here and it's COVID there, and it kills you and it doesn't, and it's real and it's fake, and it's just like stop the world, I want to get off. You know, it makes me want to go to a kibbutz and just hide. You know, hey, I'm happy to dig the dirt and, you know, eat from the land. But you know, unfortunately, we can't just do that. We can't just, you know, be an ostrich and put our head in the sands. You know, because at the end of our day, that's just going to make us ass up, and we're only going to sabotage ourselves. And so this is certainly about, you know, taking the time to just pause in silence, disregard everything that's going around us, and find our own true belief systems and what really rings true to us. You know, I have nothing against people's belief systems, and nothing against the conspiracy theories, and nothing against the reality of what's actually going on. But you have to sort of look at the bigger picture here and say, well, how does this affect me really? You know, and deal with that and focus on that. So I just want to say to you, Carmen, you know, take the time in that pause, sit in the silence, and let that all blow around you. Because once you can actually, you know, balance yourself, sit in silence, and ground yourself on the true essence of your potential, will certainly come forward. And I think that you'll really come into your own. You'll find yourself, and you know, move forward in leaps and bounds. I see the next 18 months really productive for you. And I just want to say to you, you know, one step at a time. Don't try and hurdle the whole mountain in one big leap. You're not Superman. And I feel as if, you know, when you've got a journey like that in front of you, you need to experience each individual step, because everything that we do in life is a process. And you know, you can't miss one step. It's like making a cake. If you miss one step, then you know, who knows what's going to happen. You can't bake a cake if the oven's not turned on first. So I feel like that's the message for you. And I'm going to leave that with you, Christine. Okay. Carmen. Honey, is Raya with you tonight? Right, let's have a look, Carmen. Gnome healing. I love these cards. My friends are so talented. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful work here. And she's such a gorgeous person. I love her to bits. The gnomes want you to know that you are being healed right now when you sleep. The little folk are sending you love and healing to realign your energies and rid some of the old hurts. There is no need to do anything. Connect with your guides and angels and ask them for any help. And the mantra that goes with it is, I have all the power within to heal myself. That was yours, Carmen. Why do you have to wake up at 5 o'clock? Are you still working? Like, seriously? Okay, so Carmen, I haven't finished that reading. I'll go over it again. What do I do with the card? Gnome healing. It is. Yeah, Carmen, you. Okay, so basically, as I said, this is what it says on the back of the card for you. The gnomes want you to know that you're being healed right now when you sleep. The little folk are sending you love and healing to realign your energies and rid some of the old hurts. There is no need to do anything. Connect with your guides and angels and ask them for help. I have all the power within to heal myself. Here's my little brother from another mother. Hey, Lukey. How you going? It was so nice to talk to you this morning. So I just want to continue this reading first. And what I want to say to you is I have a big belief system that we create what we live. Okay, so we create or manifest within us all of our ailments, all of our pains, all of our illnesses, all of our disease. We create it. Our body creates it. You know, it really is mind over matter, but sometimes, you know, it does get out of hand and our mind gets tired, and of course, you know, things exceed. And what I'm actually wanting to say is that, you know, when you change your mind about things, and you change the I wills from I won'ts and I cans from I can'ts, and you start to put in the positive connotations rather than the negative ones, then your world starts to flip on the coin. You know, you go from heads to tails or vice versa, and you actually start to be able to move forward. We all have the power to heal ourselves. It's our choices in a lot of ways to you know, to suffer with things. I'm a really big believer that you know, when you change your mind about things, then, you know, then things are actually going to change. If all you see is shit in your life, that's all you're going to see is shit. But if you actually change your mind and actually look at things from a different perspective, you can see past that and go, well, why is my life this way? I know why my life is this way, because I need to understand what it's like to have better. So I need something to compare it to. So this is why I'm experiencing this lesson. Okay. Look, I'm sure that people would disagree with me on a medical term, and you know, for sure, there are some things that would take a lot more to actually, you know, change. But um, you have to have a look that our bodies and our mind are so disconnected at times, and we just, you know, not in touch with who we are anymore. And you know, if you look at the gurus and you look at some of the medicine people and, you know, some of the indigenous cultures, they were a lot more in tune with their bodies. Their minds and their bodies were aligned with their soul. And these days, our human self, or our crude matter, this, you know, this complex carbon matter that we call a body, is so disconnected from, you know, so disconnected from our mind and from our heart space, and therefore, you know, it just has this way of just going with the flow and creating things itself. And then suddenly our mind goes, oh shit, you know, my body's got this and my body's got that. And, you know, I'm the prime example. I've got fibromyalgia, and, you know, to try and get your head around and get your head through that pain and go, hey, you created this. Where did it come from? What is this trauma about? And then try and work through all that trauma. You know, it's a journey that you have to take. It's not going to happen overnight. But, you know, when you do start to have a look at things and you do start to change your programs and you do start to change your thought processes, it's like, well, you know, you create opportunity, you create choice. And so basically what, you know, that choice is to either, you know, sit and be, you know, in this negative vibration, or sit and be in a positive vibration where you're constantly looking at the positive side of things and seeing the positive and the lesson in the advancement of the soul in every single point of contact that you come into with as a human. Our soul is about evolving. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and it was about you know, like serial killers and killers, and, you know, they had to do that lesson. You know, they had to have that lesson, because if they didn't have that lesson, they wouldn't then know what to be a good person was. Sometimes they are the souls that actually have to come down to be that killer, so that the person that gets murdered knows what that journey is. And, you know, we forget, and we sit in judgment and hold no compassion sometimes for people. But at the end of the day, that soul has decided to to agree to these terms and conditions. And unfortunately, you know, somebody has to be the baddie in the equation here. And you know, I don't believe every single person is a bad person. I believe that people, or people that, you know, turn bad, or what we perceive as turning bad, are, you know, a product of their upbringing, essentially. You know, I don't feel like babies are born bad. I feel like they're a product of the abuse that they come into on their journey, or, you know, they've been sexually abused or physically abused, or, you know, they've had something wrong done to them or done by them. And it's just, you know, flicked that switch in them where they can't control it. And, you know, that then leads down this pathway of destruction. But you know, it's a hard one. But I do believe that, you know, we have the ability to change. Something that was really interesting that I heard on the radio the other day was a couple of DJs, and they were talking about prison being an opportunity for rehabilitation rather than incarceration. And I thought, you know what, that's such a true thing. prison provides so much, or incarceration provides so much opportunity for people that are deemed criminals. They have the opportunity for education. They have the opportunities for, for healthcare, better healthcare. They have the opportunity for, social reconditioning and all these sort of things. So they have all of these opportunities, but they choose, at the end of the day, they choose whether to take it or not. But, basically what it is an opportunity, a chance, a second chance. They're being taken out of mainstream mainstream life or mainstream socialism, and they're being put into a situation where basically they have the opportunity to reform and to redevelop themselves. Now, some people choose it and embrace it, and they come out and they're better for it. Other people go back to the old ways. But at the end of the day, the prison system is essentially an opportunity for rehabilitation. And I thought, wow, I've never actually looked at it from that point of view. And so this is sort of similar on a different scale, but similar is that we all have the power to heal ourselves. We all have the power to make a choice, and we all make a choice each and every day as to how we're going to deal with things or how we're going to conduct our ways. We have a choice to do something or not to do something. We have a choice to say something or not say something. We all have free will. Okay, we all have the choice to set our boundaries or to be run over or to be taken advantage of. We all have those abilities. And, so many times it's our fear of not being accepted, not loved, not wanted, not needed that stands in the way of us progressing and moving forward. And, I think it's really important in this time and this stage and in this moment to just, bring to the top of the pile, that ability that we have to control how we act and react in this day and this life. We have the power to heal. We have the power to create. We have the power to actually be the best version of ourselves that we possibly can. But what stands in the way of that happening is the fear of what will people think of me? What will people think of what I'm actually doing? And, something that I want to reiterate time and time again is it doesn't matter what those people think. It's what matters, and the only thing that matters is you and how you think. Other people, they got a different journey. They've got different circumstances. They've got different lessons. They might have opinions. That's okay. They can have an opinion, but don't let it impinge on your true potential and what you need to do in order for you to succeed. Okay. So you have the power within to heal yourself. Take that, move with it, and do the best that you possibly can. That's all we can ever do, guys. Be the best version, the best version of ourselves, and nobody can expect anything more. We can't expect more than ourselves from ourselves, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave you with that, Carmen. It sounds like a bit of a long lecture, but I feel that it's quite relevant. Okay, Mom, you want a card? If you have enjoyed tonight, guys, please share it with your loved ones and your contacts. It's really important that I try and reach as many people as I can, because I do what I do from a clear heart space. Very rarely will I sort of like ask much for these things, and I just sort of put it out in the world. But I do the best I possibly can for each and every one of you. But if you do feel like you need more, or if I haven't answered something, then please feel free to contact me. The email is running across the screen at the moment, and I'm more than happy to book you in for a reading and some one-on-one time. We all need that one-on-one time, and mediums are not always picking up cards or bringing across people that have passed over. Sometimes mediums are actually just tapping into inner guidance, or tapping into guides from messages, and just sort of like being a reflection as to what you need to see in this moment. We hold space for a lot of people. I guess there's a big counseling aspect to being a medium as well, because you're dealing with people's emotions, and you're dealing with you know, their life and what they're facing. Grief is a really big one as well. And so quite often people will ring up for a reading, and you find you're just actually talking to them and guiding them, and giving them advice on, you know, how you can actually move forward, or how they can move forward, and almost like just, you know, shining a light on things that they may not have thought of or may not have seen. And whatever it is, it's about helping them move forward in their life and be the best version of what they actually can be. So, you know, I do also have my role as a life coach as well. And I think that everybody from time to time just needs that little bit of shove, and that little bit of, hey, you know, this is what's going on. Can you see it? You know, I myself have used life coaches over the years, and I think they're really beneficial. There's nothing wrong with seeking guidance from people. And, you know, I just love the way that you'll come on, you'll have your little comments on, you know, when I comment about something, you know, other people will chime in and actually add their little bit of, you know, thoughts on it as well. So, yeah. All right, let's have a look. Mum. The flannel flower fae. That's the schmutter fairy. Flannel flower flake. Flip, 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 flip. Say that like 4 times. Flannel flower fae. Flannel flower flame flame flake. I sound like I'm being on the radio. I've got like a deep voice now. It's like radio voice. It's all husky. The flannel flower fae want you to know it's okay to openly express your feelings. Do not be afraid of hurting people with your words. Stand up for yourself. Get things off your chest. Face the moment. Do not regret saying what you needed to say. Ask this fairy for assistance in finding your voice. Assist me, fairies, to find my voice and communicate clearly and with ease. Okay, this is relevant because I do feel that at times, you know, people may take advantage of your kindness or your goodwill. Okay, and I do feel that some people don't realize it. You know, I don't think they realize just how much energy you spend on either thinking about them or you know, accommodating them, if that makes sense. So I just feel like I want to put into this one as well boundaries, as you know, I'm just feeling as if, you know, at some point you're going to have to just, you know, let people know that you know, sometimes things aren't okay, and sometimes, you know, you can't offer that time, you can't offer that energy in that space, and you need to actually draw it back and hold it within yourself, if that makes sense. I feel like at times you're made to justify your actions, and I just want to say to you and bring in on the chime that, you know, what we've already discussed tonight is that you should never have to justify why you do something. A warrior never justifies. My Yoda taught me that a long time ago. And you know, it is what it is because it is. You don't need to explain why. This is the answer. There's no reason other than this is my answer, and I have my choices, I have my reasons, and I have my beliefs. And I think that's kind of something everybody else should be fluid in as well. You should never have to explain your decision. Okay. The only person you need to explain your decision to is yourself. And if you're happy and content with what you've made and what you've chosen, then by all means, that's okay. But you know, you shouldn't have to be made define or refine or, you know, explain, you know, why you do the things you do and the reasons behind them. That's your, you know, your private world, and that's, you know, things that you work through. And at the end of the day, we all have to leave this world in peace or not in peace. And I invoke peaceness. You know, every single person, I want to say to you, do the things that you need to do in this life. Love the people you need to love in this life, because at the end of the day, that love and the memory is the only thing that goes across to spirit. Everything else stays here. And so, you know, live life to the fullest. Instead of buying crap for kids that is going to be outdated next year, give them an experience, take them on a holiday, travel, enjoy, make memories. They're the things that are going to matter on your deathbed, because you know, every single day almost I deal with people that have regrets for the things that they didn't do and the things that they didn't achieve. So for some reason, this is coming up in your card. And so I just want to say to you, you know, what haven't you achieved? What do you need to achieve? And, you know, make that happen. No regrets. So I'm going to pass that through there. Luke, are you still online? They are really nice cards. Luke? Okay. Doesn't look like he's there. Okay, guys. Before I get off, see you doing. See you doing. Is that Scottish for down? See you soon. Down the road. It's a broad bricht min licht the nicht. Took me so long to learn that Scottish thing. It's a broad bricht min licht the nicht. It's a broad bricht, broad bright moonlit night tonight. Broad bricht min licht the nicht. Oh, you're there, right? Okay. Gee whiz. Mum, this is Jenny's little brother Lukey, and I absolutely adore him. So, Luke, let me get you some guidance, lad. Let's see what we have for you. Yeah, let's see what we have for you. Luke, I feel like I want to say to you, don't forget your music. Yeah. The Maine Coon's been quiet. I'm impressed. It's asleep on the top bunk. So funny. I went away for a day, and whenever I go away, she just follows me everything. Yeah, this is Jenny's little brother Luke. Oh, I feel a card on the floor. You're welcome, Mandy. I seriously have to change these seats over. I've got like a numb butt. The same chairs. I don't understand. No, I don't want these cards for you. Nick, I'm gonna Luke, I'm gonna use Nick's cards for you. Enchanted Soul cards, these ones. Okay, I feel like I'm really drawn to these cards for you. Yeah, you do need to get back to your music, and I want to put more keyboard in there for you, Luke, for some reason. I feel like it's a process. Okay, let me have a look here. Luke, this is so funny. It's a green one, and it says, my true path. Sometimes I take the long road, find the short road, but it doesn't matter as long as I find the road home. Luke, this is so fitting for you based on the conversation that we had at some ridiculous hour this morning. I really feel as if this is what you're coming into, and I just want to say to you, honey, that you don't have to justify your reasons why you've made the choices that you've made recently. I'm right behind you on this one, and I really feel that now is the time that you need to step into your own journey and where you need to be. You have to understand that grandma's going to be okay anyway. It's not like she's going to be left alone and just abandoned or anything like that. But you're a really young lad in the grand scheme of things, and I think that you've really stepped up and had such a big responsibility on your shoulders for so long. But I totally agree with you, and I think this card is just an confirmation that now is the time to find out where your home is, and find out what you need to do, and where your road is going to lead. I don't want you to sit there and feel guilty about making choices that matter to you, and I don't want you to feel guilty about putting your needs above and beyond everybody else's, because you know what, for a long time you've put your needs, your wants and your desires on the back bench, and you've just gotten by. So I just want to say to you, love this road that you've chosen, and wherever it leads to, just embrace the journey that you're on, because it's been a long time coming. And I just want to let you know that you'll always have my support and love, and I just think you are an incredible lad with a huge heart. And I feel like I just want to say to you, like, put on them running shoes and don't look back, don't look behind you. Embrace every opportunity, take every opportunity that's offered to you, and enjoy your life to the fullest. You've done those lessons now. Close that door and have a look at the bigger picture here. Really look, it's really exciting. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years for you. But I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to get home and actually see you guys. So that's on the cards as well. It's just when the flights are going to open and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, Marina, welcome from Portugal. How are you? Can you have a psychic message? I can read a card for you. I'm about to jump off as the banter's kind of finished, but I can quickly pull a card for you. Essence, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am a being of the universe, a spark that makes the world go round. So I know that these cards were developed by Nick based on his journey and what he actually had to go through to become the incredible person that he is. And so he's just taken snippets of his journey and actually put them onto cards so that other people can hopefully find their way back to where they need to be. So this card is just saying, Marina, that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. Never question why. Just understand that and know that you're exactly where you need to be. You are a part of a bigger picture. And so many people, I guess, sit in solitude and think, how do I matter? If I was gone tomorrow, would I even be remembered? And I know this is true for so many people that suffer depression and anxiety, and they're all sitting there wondering, do they have meaning in this life? But you have to understand that everybody is a link, and if one of those links drops out, of course the vibration is going to change, and of course you're going to be missed, and of course you're going to really leave that gap. So never ever judge, and never ever sit in judgment that you don't matter, because each and every one of you do matter. It's really important that you understand that. So Marina, that's your card. You're a small spark in a bigger picture, but that spark is really important, and you're exactly sitting in exactly the moment that you need to be in. So ask yourself, what is the lesson? What do you need to know in this moment? And once you've got that answer, you can then put it in your pocket and have a look at what you need to know next and what you need to learn next. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to finish it there. Ronnie, welcome back. And Bridie, I would love to read for you, but it's 10:11 now, and I really need to sort of like be disciplined in my hours. So I'll certainly look at you on the next list, Bridie. Ronnie Leletov, And I really wish, some love and guidance for each and every one of you this week. Ask yourselves, what do I need to know in this moment? If you're struggling, ask yourself, have a look around at you and find the positive, okay? It's really important to sort of like look at the positive things, and just focus on those. Energy flows where attention goes. It's old Hawaiian Huna message taught by one of my mentors, and he wasn't in my energy very long, but he left me with some incredible messages and incredible lessons. And one of them was that energy flows where attention goes. And we just have to remember that the more we focus on something, the more we give energy to it. If it's negative, the more we lose energy to it. So just remember, in manifesting, energy is really important. What you're putting out in the world is what your world is going to create and bring back to you. So we need to band together in this one, guys, and understand that we are where we need to be for whatever reason it is. Find a blessing in every day. Do something for yourself every single day. Contact a loved one via Zoom. If you're thinking of somebody, let them know. If you love somebody, tell them. The only thing to fear is fear itself, okay? And if we're all sitting in fear of COVID, and if we're all sitting in frustration, then that's how our world is going to be. But if we start to change our thought process and embrace this quiet time, then we're going to have abundance, we're going to have blessings, and we're going to have revitalized, fresh outcomes once this is all over and done with. I'm going to leave you with those thoughts for now, and see you all on Wednesday at 12 o'clock midday. For those of us that can join us, we'll have the Canadians online, and I know there's some from the UK on now, so that's why we've developed these times this way. But I am sending lots of love, and I know that each of you have your own challenges. And just remember, the only thing you can do is the best, okay? And if the best that you can do today is get out of bed and turn the TV on, then enjoy it, okay? Life's too short to be hard on ourselves. I can send you lots of love, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night, everyone.